The intense pain made him slow down. Soon his 3 warnings were used up. At this moment the survivors no longer had their original passion. They ignored the companions being hunted down. Only numb marching forward remained, and the colonel praised them, saying they had marched 100 miles. Right at that moment, a young man could not take it anymore, and suddenly left the formation, but he was shot dead after only 2 steps. As time reached the evening, heavy rain began to fall. Gary and Peter formed a partnership. They supported each other and rested in turns. Although they were still moving forward, they could finally breathe a little. After another night of long marching, they had endured 3 days and 3 nights, and had already walked 144 miles. The team that once had more than 10 people, now only had 8 left. At that moment Arthur's stomach hurt badly. He pulled down his pants and squatted on the ground to relieve himself. Fortunately he finished everything at the fastest speed of his life, but because he had no time to wipe himself, everyone had to suffer the smell together.
Bible says, can you break off? You stink.
To distract themselves, Gary and Peter started chatting. Peter felt he did not seem to be here for money, and because of Peter's constant help, Gary revealed his real purpose. His father had publicly spoken about the dangers of the death walk, and was executed by the authorities for spreading forbidden ideas. His wish was to get a carbine rifle, and assassinate the major on the spot to avenge his father, but it was too early to talk about that now. What mattered was surviving longer. Right at that moment, the man ahead suddenly shouted and stopped. His feet were already covered with countless blisters, and he could not continue anymore. But the tank did not stop at all. It rolled directly over his legs. This brutal scene shook everyone's nerves. Soon a gunshot came from behind. Then another man who completely lost his mind ran to the very front. He took off his clothes. At this moment no one cared anymore about the endless prize money. They only wanted to return home and reunite with their families. Late at night, the seemingly weak Olsen had already endured 3 full days, but now he could not continue anymore.
Hank.
Warning.
Hank.
46.
Hey, keep walking, Hank. Hey, Hank, come on, just keep walking. No.
Second warning. 46.
As the 4th day arrived, the 6 survivors still struggled forward. They thought the ones left had the strongest willpower, but number 5 suddenly stopped. Then under everyone's shocked eyes, he chose suicide.
Oh my God, he do that. Oh my God. How the fuck did he do that? Fuck. How the fuck he do that?
Second warning.
As time reached the 5th day, the 5 of them had walked 278 miles. When they reached the city, Gary suddenly saw his mother. The moment he saw her, Gary instantly broke down. He feared he would be eliminated, and that this goodbye would be forever. Soon they numbingly reached 306 miles. The finish line still felt endlessly far away. At that moment another person mentally collapsed. He rushed forward and grabbed a gun trying to end the competition, but soon he fell in a pool of blood. As the 5th night arrived again, Arthur also began to stagger. Gary and Peter immediately supported him, but Arthur knew he had reached his limit. He told them not to forget their promise. Then he struggled free from them, and staggered toward the truck behind.